Kevabahu Koti Chandadini Padana Ujvala Jala Dese Panamala Kore Jala Mala Jala Dese Panamala Kore Jala Mala Shiva Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Dekhe Godara Sampara Bhakati Vinoda Dekhe Godara Sampara Sampara Jaya Goranita 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 Jaya Goranita Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasatya Desatarine Namaste Desatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Gora Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Veda Gadadhara Srivasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 We're getting there. Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Gauranga Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Morning, Dai. Good day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Gauranga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hello, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura, Haribol, Nitai Gaura, Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura, Haribol, Haribol, Nitai Gaura, Haribol, Haribol. Haribol, Nitai Gaura, Haribol, Nitai Gaura, Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Thank you, everyone. Shri Prabhupada, Patita Bhavana ki Jai. Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Chaturashata Shri Mother Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Chaturashata Shri Mother Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Nam Charya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Braj Bhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Mayapur Navadhi Dham Ki Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jamuna Mai Ganga Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Kala Yuga Pavan Harinam Sankirtan Jagna Ki Tarak Pramanam Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Priya Mridanga Transcendent Book Distribution Ki Transcendent Prasharam Distribution Ki Paramatru Shri Shri Gauranitai ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Shri Kishore Kishori ki, Samveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Dahine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankana Khalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yamita To Narsimha Bahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimha Madhim Sharanam Prapate Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev, 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 Jaya Narasimhadev. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. श्री नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Bhalabha Giribharadhari Gopi Jana Bhalabha Giribharadhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vijanavalabha Girivardhari Gopijanavalabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tiravanachari Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shatashishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Ashtotara Shatashishimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki the most beautiful Lordship Shishikishor Kishori Ki Paramakaruna Shishi Gaura Nitai Ki Sri Jagannath Sri Baladev Shrimati Subhadra Maharani Ki Garantara Shriman Bhagavatam Ki Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Oh, glories to the assembled devotees. 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 Oh, glories to Shishiguru and Shigoranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Ummiltam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruvai Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatyade Satarine. Vancha Kalpata Rubyasha Kripa Sindhu Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. The topic for today is finding the perfect leader, and I thought about it when I was invited to speak of something that is more or less, in the consciousness of so many people at this time. Because, as you know, we are in a presidential election year. And you tell me, how many of you are sort of concerned with this year's election? Let me see hands there. So a good amount of people is more or less being sort of paying attention, to say the least, to what's happening, in this country in this election year. And it's something, how are we going here? Okay. Yeah, there are special guest today. It's something that happens every 4 years. We have this situation that we're trying to find the leader for this country. You know that we live in a democracy in this part of the world. And democracy is a social system that is based on the principle that the people is the highest authority. So people chooses those who are their representative, and as such, those who are elected by the people in democracy, they have to represent the people's will, represents the people's issues, and being able to address them pretty much. And every 4 years, the whole country is filled with expectation, and there's a lot of hope by a good amount, and then not so much hope by another part of the country. The country is divided in two, more or less. Well, more or less is divided between right and left, or conservatives and liberals, or Republicans and Democrats. And then there's everything in between and on the side like that, but more or less, this is the spectrum that we have. And some of these representatives are a little bit towards the right, and then some are more moderate, towards the center, and same with the left, like that. And they all represent a particular ideology, but they all look to solve exactly the same things, which is they try to give people to fulfill their expectations in terms of material life. So these representatives of the people, these leaders of people, they promise to be able to address all the material issues that people in the country have. And they make great promises. And people become very much optimistic about it. They buy it. And therefore, they elect the next president. But it's a cyclical thing. Every 4 years, at the end of the term of one of these elected governments, there is always some disillusion. The things that were promised were not properly addressed. And so we go again, and sometimes, in general, we see that this pendulum from right to left, from left to right, it just keeps going like that. And this is going on from the very beginning of this republic. Trying to address the material needs of the people has become an impossibility for the leaders of the people, like that, for the leaders that we have chosen. And it's a very important issue to understand, because what I'm going to try to do today is simply it's like a comparison type of discussion. What in general we from the perspective of the common people like myself, like most of us, that we're not expert in politics, or we're not pundits. They call the political pundits. But for the perspective of common people, what we understand is what the right-wing politics offer us, what the left-wing politics offer to us, what the centrist politics offer to us, and how they always fail to address the needs of the people. And then I like to take those same issues and compare it to the Vedic perspective of social leadership. And finally, I like to touch bases with the alternative and the type of opportunity that His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada has given to the world in order to work towards a much more ideal society. So we start with the premise. Whoops. The premise was given by Prahlad Maharaj that why is always a failure. And it's always a failure because we're trying to solve, as long as we're trying to solve problems from the material perspective without having transcendental knowledge. And when I talk about transcendental knowledge, the Vedic understanding of transcendental knowledge is understanding that we're not this body. We're a spirit soul. We're a spirit living entity. So that is square number one, or that is the first, the ABC of transcendental knowledge. That I am not this body. And from that perspective, then you have to, then the approach to the difficulties or the obstacles or the needs that societies have, it will be a complete different. It will be from a complete different perspective. So Prahlad Maharaj says this. This is from the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, which is example of a great leader. One of the examples that the Bhagavatam gives of a great king, a great leader. And he instructed us in this way, Nate vidut swarta gatin hi vishnun durasaya ye bahirarta manina andaya tandair upani yamananas tepishatantriyan urudamni badha. Persons who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader a similar blind man attached to external sense objects cannot understand that the goal of life is to return home back to Godhead and engage in the service of God. As blind man guided by another blind man miss the right path and fall into a ditch, materially attached men led by another materially attached man are bound by the ropes of fruited labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries. So, from that premise, we can see why all the attempts that unenlightened leaders trying to do to solve the problems of life, to make a happy, peaceful environment for their people is an impossibility. Because being unenlightened, then naturally you're trying to enjoy the senses, trying to enjoy materially through the senses. And that we know from transcendental knowledge that give no happiness. That the only means to be peaceful and happy is to understand our spiritual nature and work from that perspective. So let us see a little bit about, our two parties here that are trying to pitch to us their program, the social and political program, so we can be assured that they can fulfill, all our needs. So we have the Republicans versus Democrats. So these are some of the things that Republicans stands for. And, some of the things that they say or that stand for a person like, say, myself, that, I'm a devotee of God, and I appreciate the life of the religious life, the regulations of religious life, and how you say the rules and regulations of morality that give religious life to function peacefully. So, in general, Republicans stands very much for these moral principles, moral religious principles. They give great value to that, and that's very attractive. I like that. So, but because they have a material conception of the self, then that brings a problem. That brings a problem in terms of a functioning within those moral codes. Why is that? Because if I have a material conception of life, then the way that religious manifests is with those material conceptions. So it's based on my tradition, my religion, and becomes a very exclusivist type of approach. So then my religion is different than your religion, and this, in my culture, we live in this country, so then differences becomes, source of conflict, and that's what we're experiencing right now in the world. So therefore, you can see that certain things that are very good based on certain moral principles, that this country is mostly the prominent religions in this country is they're Christians and Jewish. So mostly they're called a Judeo-Christian religion. That is a dominant religion based on the teachings of the Bible. The Jews are based their teachings on the Old Testament, and the Christians on the New Testament, like that. But they have that common ground, and both of them are very exclusivist. The Jews, they understand that they're the chosen ones. So that means that you're not Jew, you're not chosen. So it means tough luck. Christians, same principle. Unless you become, you take that religion, then you're destined to hell. Recently, we have a very nice group of Christians that came from a Christian college, and His Holiness Ramappa Swami was giving the class. And one of the devotees asked a question about how what is the something about that about the Christian approach, and Ramappa Maharaj directed the question, asked the devotee, well, ask the gentleman who is a professor, a Christian professor, and he gave an answer. And as he gave the answer, His Holiness Ramappa Swami asked him, let me ask you a question. Because his answer was, that unless you accept Christ, that's plain in their view, then the Holy Spirit won't be descending into you. So you're devoid of the connection with God. So His Holiness Ramappa Swami asked, so let me ask you a question very respectfully. So that means that a person like me doesn't have the Holy Spirit because I'm not. And the professor was a little awkward, but he have to admit, yeah, you don't, basically. So so it's very exclusivist. So we have the tendency to understand that, well, Republicans, they stand for moral principles based on religion. So, then things like gay marriage or equal rights or that type, all that type of things, they don't do very well on that level. They don't do very well in immigration, they don't naturally accept this multicultural type of society. They're more exclusivist. So it's a compromise when you have in the Bible that when the first commandment is you love, well, the second commandment, I think, isn't it, that you love thy neighbor as thyself. Well, you compromise on that. You stand by, pro-life, not to perform abortion, as a moral principle, understanding the sacredcy, how sacred is life. But when it comes to children from another culture, that you don't have so much problem on bombing or wars and things like that. So compromising, it doesn't fit. So these are some of the things. Well, in very short, small government, low taxes, limited regulations of the country, for enterprises and free enterprise. Very much based on individuality, very exclusively and individuality. You have the right to progress as much as you want to progress as an individual. And these are things that, they're nice. A good thing. You should not be taxed excessively by the government like that. Traditional values, and they're very much opposed to this secularism, tried to separate God from government. It's very good. It's very good. And how basically that religious is taught to children in schools. It's very good. That type of thing. So strong military, but because you're seeing things from the perspective of the body, you're not able to accommodate, to embrace, to be more, is exclusivist, and there is more embracing to others, like that. Different that when someone has a spiritual understanding, then you can understand that we all have that connection. We are spirit souls, and we all have a connection with God. Like that. So a problem that they have on that level. Now, Democrats do very good on social issues because they want equality. They stand for equality, social equality, and not so much that there's hierarchies, and difference between social classes, very, very deep differences. They want more social justice. So they do much better in issues, of minorities. Like they do better in the issues of gay rights. They do better in the issues of woman, gender issues. They do much better on different social issues. However, because they also have a material conception of the self, then when you embrace everything and make it all equal, then you start to lose control. There's of natural, the natural structure that regulates society, which is religious principles. And the reason is, okay, we are equal. So there's different religions. So we cannot have, a particular religion dominated. So better to separate religious from government. So make a secular state. And if you're going to teach the Bible in school, well, you have to teach the Quran, you have to teach the Mahabharata, you have to teach the Torah, you have to teach, and then, basically you have no time to teach math. So no religious education. Then what happens when you take that principles that regulate society, that you have a society that simply is going to be left to be dominated by the sensual impulses. So you start to have all kinds of difficulties also that come from that. And can control it so much. So Democrats support social equality and egalitarianism, often in opposition to social hierarchy and social inequality. They support equal rights for race, gender, and the LGBT communities. They also support abortion rights. Democrats favor progressive taxes, so those who earn more, they pay more taxes. Nice thing. Generally not opposed to raising taxes to fund the government, so we have to pay tons of taxes, and that's not so good. And they believe government regulations are needed to protect consumers. That's nice. They support universal health care and education. Yeah, that's very nice. A significant portion of the left identify themselves as atheists or agnostics. Regardless of their religious belief, people on the left strongly believe in a secular government and the separation of church and state. And then we have the centrists. So that sort of the ideal that people were looking for. Oh, the Democrats and the Republicans, they can work together. So we have a more balanced thing. So we have, so much more nice social equality. But we also have some, morality and things and economic freedom. So there's a little balance of everything. So there's, compromising here, compromising there, but, at least everybody can work together. However, this has been an utopia. Doesn't matter how much I try. We thought that Obama was going to be able to do something, but he failed very, very, pretty much on that level. And so this is the situation. And then we have this election this year in which we have, someone who is one of the candidates that is very much on the right. And then some people are very scared of, this sort of religious type of Christian type of approach to everything. And then we have one that is like a bully that will say, we're going to make America number one, and whoever's, is in the middle, we're going to just crush them. So people feel very much, these guys can do it because, there's a lot of threats for our country. So this guy is very tough. He's a bully. And that's what we need. We need a bully. And then we have one that is on the other side of the left too, that he wants, more social equality, and things like that. And then we have one that is more moderate, left moderate. So people are, okay, what should we do? But guarantee it's not going to work. It hasn't worked. It's not going to work. It's not going to work as long as we don't have, a enlightened leadership. And that's what our Vedic culture shows. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, we have examples of great leaders. So many great leaders that they will call Rajarshis. Raja, rishis, saintly kings, enlightened kings. In the Vedic social structure, monarchy was a preferred leadership that the Vedas gave, and autocrats like that. When we hear that from our Western perspective, we like, ooh, no. An autocrat is not a very good thing. Why? Because, we had experience of autocratic, monarchies that didn't go very well. In fact, the last time we heard about them, when they were ruling, their heads ended rolling, because the people just have enough of them. Why? Because they were corrupt. They were not enlightened. So this is different. But the Vedas speaks of enlightened kings, saintly kings. And we have so many examples. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam is one after another pastimes of so many great kings. King Parikshit Maharaj, Yudhisthira Maharaj, Lord Ramachandra, King Satyavati, King Dhruva, Prahlad Maharaj, Janaka Maharaj. Anyway, one after another, so many examples, so many pastimes, so many narrations of all these great kings. And then we're going to see how they deal with all these issues that are very hot topics right now for people in general nowadays. For example, topics of the involvement of government in social issues. Either the small government or the big government, meaning, taking care of your people like healthcare and education. Important topic. Or the topics of protecting yourself from terrorism, protecting the people of the country. Or the topic of gay rights. Gay marriage is a big thing. And the topics of equality, gender and race equality. The topic of immigration. The topic of taxation. These are very important things that people are considering, and all these politicians are giving the promise how they're going to deal with that. So we're going to see how in Vedic times these great kings dealt with those issues. And they dealt with those issues in an ideal manner and very effectively. So we'll first start with the greatest example of a leader, Lord Ramachandra. The kingdom of Lord Ramachandra is called the Ram Raja, or the kingdom of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra is a personality of Godhead who descended, is an avatar of Vishnu, that descended to show the example of the perfect king. So the narrations of the Bhagavatam, these are some of the things that are explained about the qualities of the leadership of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra became a king during the Tetra Yuga, but because of his good government, the age was like Satya Yuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. So Satya Yuga is the age of religion. It's the golden age. So although he appeared in a different age because of his leadership, it was like a golden age. It's an age of religion. So everybody was religious and happy. During the reign of Lord Ramachandra, the forests, the rivers, the hills, the mountains, the estates, the 7 islands, and the 7 seas were all favorable in supplying the necessities of life for all living entities. In other words, there was plenitude. There was plenty of riches and goods for the people of the kingdom. So, in other words, we see this, that everybody was able to be provided. When Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was the king of this world, all bodily and mental suffering, disease, old age, bereavement, lamentation, distress, fear, and fatigue were completely absent. There was even no death for those who did not want it. Such a nice healthcare program, no? I want to die. Okay, fine. No. But anyway, meaning that people were so nicely taken care that there was so much plenitude on everything that there was no stress. People were really happy. And that's one of the qualities of these saintly kings. And we're going to see how they were able to achieve these things. And basically, because this universe, this material world, is designed by the personality of Godhead to provide this type of life for people, to have a very progressive experience in the material world, but in a way that you regain your spiritual consciousness, your Krishna consciousness. So there's a system that is there in the universe, and these kings were enlightened because they were able to follow, to be fully in tune, perfectly in tune with these universal laws given by the personality of God. Here's another example of a great king, Maharaj Yudhisthira. Maharaj Yudhisthira was one of the five Pandavas, the eldest of the five Pandavas. And after the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhisthira became the emperor of the world. And during Maharaj Yudhisthira's reign, the clouds showered all water that people needed, and the earth produced all necessities of man in profusion. Due to its fatty milk bags and cheerful attitude, the cow used to moisten the grazing ground with milk. The rivers, ocean, hills, mountains, forests, creepers, and active drugs in every season pay the tax quota to the king in profusion. Similarly, so by the expert leadership of Maharaj Yudhisthira, there was no lack of any necessities. Everything was provided. Because of the king having no enemies, the living beings were not at any time disturbed by mental agonies, disease, or excessive heat or cold. So it was such a good king, and this was the king of the world. It was the emperor of the world at that time. That people were peaceful. There were no enemies. So there were no such a thing of terrorism and that type of stuff. It was peaceful. There were no mental agonies. Everybody was happy. So this is a result of great kings. So what is the qualities that these great kings have? Well, it's explained in the Bhagavatam. This is a verse from the fourth canto on the describing Dhruva Maharaj. And then Prabhupada's purport explaining what is that quality that makes these kings, capable of providing that type of life to their citizens. Translation: Dhruva Maharaj was endowed with godly qualities. He was very respectful to the devotees of the Supreme Lord and very kind to the poor and innocent. And he protected religious principles. With all these qualifications, he was considered to be the direct father of all citizens. And the Prabhupada explained in the purport, the personal qualities of Dhruva Maharaj described herein are the exemplary qualities of a saintly king. Not only a king, but also the leaders of a modern democratic or impersonal government must be qualified with these godly characteristics. Then the citizens of the state can be happy. Dhruva Maharaj was very devoted to the Brahmanas, who engaged in the study of the Vedas, and thereby know the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Dhruva Maharaj was a devotee, was a enlightened, a pure devotee of the Personality of Godhead. And from that perspective, he was able to actually manage. So the first thing that a leader have to have these godly qualities, have to be a perfect devotee. First thing. We also see that on very famous king, Maharaj Ambarish, who was famous for being such a, pure devotee that he engaged everything, his whole being in the service of the Lord. We have beautiful prayers and descriptions of Maharaj Ambarish. But here, the translation say, in performing his prescribed duties as a king, Maharaj Ambarish always offered the results of his royal activities to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is the enjoyer of everything and is beyond the perception of material senses. He certainly took advice from Brahmanas who were faithful devotees of the Lord, and thus he ruled the planet Earth without difficulty. Not only being a devotee, but an enlightened king follows the instruction of Brahmanas, of those who are the devotees of the Lord, the teachers of society, the spiritual teachers of society. So the Rajarsi, the enlightened king, is not surrounded by a cabinet of all kinds of, whatever, business people, these persons who are devoid of all transcendental understandings. But he surrounds himself with a council of enlightened Brahmanas. And that's how he leads the country. In modern times, there are Prabhupada explained, in modern times there are legislative assemblies whose members are authorized to make laws for the welfare of the state. But according to this description of the kingdom of Maharaj Ambarish, the country or the world should be ruled by a chief executive whose advisors are all devotee Brahmanas. Such advisors of members of the legislative assembly should not be professional politicians, nor should they be selected by the ignorant public. And then we have, a king that administrates like that first of all, he is a devotee and is guided by those who are tattvadarshis, Brahmanas who understand the absolute truth. Then how the social issues are taken care? Well, it's very simply when you actually able to see with that equal vision, because that's part of the spiritual vision. You understand every person as a spirit soul. You understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in the heart of all living entities, and thus you're able to respect all living entities like that. So, what to speak of all peoples of different races, genders, and whatever type of tendencies they have? What to speak of then? Also, the animals are respected and protected by a great king who has that samadarshi, that you have that equal vision. So all the welfare activities are directed equally, and the king, the saintly king, makes sure that every person has all the facilities that they need to progress both spiritually and materially. Because each one of us who is embodied, we have a material nature according to the body that we received, and we also have a natural spiritual nature, who we are. So both things have to be facilitated to progress according to whatever propensity we have. So the king will give facilities, will provide those facilities, will secure those facilities for everybody. And here's an example of Maharaj Rishabdev. During the reign of Maharaj Rishabdev, people were so well equipped that they did not want to ask for anything. They were immensely supplied with all necessities for life due to King Rishabdev good government. Consequently, everyone felt full satisfaction and did not want anything. This is the perfection of government. If the citizens are unhappy due to bad government, the heads of the government are condemned. During these democratic days, monarchy is disliked by the people, but here is an example how an emperor of the whole world kept all the citizens fully satisfied by supplying the necessities of life and following the Vedic principles. Thus, everybody was happy during the reign of Maharaj Rishabdev. So, everybody was so well taken care that there was no need to ask. There was no need to ask for anything. People were satisfied. So, how these great kings dealt with things like women's rights. And when we talk about women's rights, the issues that that society face nowadays is that there's the treatment. There's not an equal treatment in the workplace. There's not an equal treatment in society, and then from there also is attached the problems of the right for performing abortion if the woman desires to do that. So, women in the role are claiming that we want equal rights. We want the same rights, the same type of facility that everybody else has. Why should we have less of that? So then, why is the type of remuneration for their work that man has, women's is much less when they go, how you say you make like a general calculation type of thing, then it's much less. And man has the freedom they don't have problems to have to raise unwanted children. They don't have that trouble. So why do we have to have that trouble by himself? So, if I don't want the child, then I can, or if I don't want to have a child, then I can abort. So that type of thing. So during the times of these great kings, the place of womanhood was given possibly one of the greatest respects in society. And the type of position as a person that was able to balance society, anchor society, that was basically the function of the women in society. And this is a quotation. It's very wonderful. It's a quotation from the Manu Smriti, from the Manu Sanhita, that religious kings they were obliged to protect. And from the Manu Sanhita, this is quote: "Women must be honored and adorned by their fathers, brothers, husbands, and brothers-in-law, who desire their own welfare. Where women are honored, there the gods are pleased. But where they are not honored, no sacred rites yields rewards. Where the female relation where the female relation live in grief, the family soon wholly perishes. But that family where they are not unhappy, but that family where they are not unhappy ever prospers. The house on which female relationships not being duly honored, pronounced a curse, perish completely, as if destroyed by magic. Hence, man who seeks their own welfare should always honor woman on holidays, on festivals with gift of ornaments, clothes, and dainty food. So the welfare of society is based on the principle of honor and respecting women. And especially very important type of work in society, to have a peaceful society is the motherhood. For the contribution of a mother is what nourishes society, what nourishes family, what anchors everything. And family is the basis of society, this whole social structure. So what happened as unenlightened societies happens and takes place, then this motherhood becomes sort of a denigrating, not fulfilling, or something less important. More or less is seen like, slave work. The woman have to tell at home, being a home wife, I say home wife, no? Housewife, becomes something like not so good. You have to slave yourself, jai shishiki shor kishori. You have to slave yourself and clean and make sure that you have, your hot chapatis for the guy when he comes back. Otherwise, there's problem. So that type of thing. The children are this and that. So much work. So it's almost like a slave work. So it's not looked very nicely up. But in Vedic society, it was a different things. Mothers are basically worship in society, in Vedic society, and has this most important position. And then we see through the Vedic history, powerful great ladies. Historically there, Queen Kunti, Mother Sita, anyway, so many examples of great personalities, even warriors. Sometimes we see the example of Kaikeyi. She went to war she was a Kshatriya lady. She went to war with her husband, King Dasarath. And so they were able to perform all these activities, but they have this very important position as a mother queen. When for the saintly kings, they also have their counterpart, and so in families, and the position was very much respected. So that's something that was possible during Vedic times. Now, with the LGBT rights, that is something that has become such a difficult issue for this society, because there's so much, well, it goes from hatred to actually plain disregard for just these people like that. And during the times of the saintly kings, they were understood not as a learned behavior, homosexuality or bisexuality, or this type of sexual tendencies. They were not understood as something that is like a learned behavior, but it was something that people was born with, that it came with their body. They take birth with those tendencies already. So that is part of their material nature, the nature that their body brings. So in the same way that we all come with a particular material nature, so the saintly king, like I mentioned before, part of the duties of the saintly kings is to make sure that everybody is properly engaged and given all the facilities to progress according to their nature, to their material nature, but also given the facility to become spiritually enlightened. So So there was no such a thing of discrimination. There was no such a thing of inequality. But everybody have the right to have their, what they need to progress, what they need for their communities to actually live happy without that types of needs. And then we have, and the Mahabharata tells the story in which Arjuna, he was cursed by a heavenly damsel, Urvasi, to become a person of the third sex. That's called Tritiya Prakriti. So basically, he cursed Arjuna to become like a transgender. And so for a whole year, the powerful warrior Arjuna became a transgender woman, or male to female transgender. And he took the name Brihanela. And as Brihanela, she approached the kingdom of Maharaj Virata. And the Maharaj Virata immediately, is not that he started to make fun and this pervert or whatever, person, unacceptable. No. Maharaj Virata immediately accept her for her qualifications. So the qualifications of Brihanela is that she was very expert in music and arts, music and dance. Very, very expert. So showing her qualities, her material qualities and qualifications to the king, immediately the king say, yeah, very, very qualified, especially to teach the princess. And but I was not very much sure. King Virata, you saw this very stout, powerful, person, but at the same time very feminine. The description is here. He assumed the form and nature of a male to female transgender, donned in a woman's blouse and draped in red silk. He wore numerous ivory bangles, golden earrings, and necklaces made of coral and pearls. His hair, or her hair, was long and braided, and entered the royal palace with the gait of a broad-hipped woman. So that type of thing, no? So very, very much, a female. But she, he's seeing these big muscles, and big stout, but dress in, so say, wait a minute. You don't look like a regular, transgender. You look like, how is that you're very stout? You look like like a warrior. And Brihanela is saying, no, I'm not an archer. The only string that I pull is the string of the Vina. So, nevertheless, the king, just to make sure, he tested him, or her, however, by bringing all kinds of beautiful women, to see if he get agitated. But Arjuna was not at all agitated. He was fully in this sort of, he assumed the nature of a third sex. So they have no attraction for females. So then he accepted her as the teacher of the princess and instructed the princess because she was going to be the guru, the music and dance guru, the art guru of the princess. The princess was instructed to treat her as her own mother and give her all the facilities in the palace as one of the ladies of the palace. So there was not such a thing as discrimination. There was acceptance of this person's qualities, qualifications, and given the facilities of a person who have that qualification. So, and in terms of gay marriage, uh, the same opportunity that everybody has is given to persons with these propensities. And the principle, the religious principle that governs society, and that's all people, regardless of what material nature you have, is this principle that is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Dharma virudho bhuteshu kamosmi bharata shabdha. That Krishna explains that I'm sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles. So, for all people in society, heterosexuals, homosexuals, anything, the same principle is there. Sex life is meant for procreating, for bringing a family. So, if you're heterosexual, and unless you want to have a family like that of a rabbit, and then procreate, you have so much sex life that you have a family that is almost like, whatever, 15, 20 children or something like that, then if you can do that, God bless you. Very good. But in general, the principle that is given to all people in society is regulated sex life. So abstaining. So if you are an heterosexual, then sexual life is when you marry, and it's only for bringing children. So if you plan to have one or two children, well, that's it. That's what the Vedic regulations does to everybody. So it's not a society that promotes sex life. And it's not necessarily that sex life is bad, is sinful. No, Krishna says, I'm sex life that is within religious principles, so it's godly. But it have to be under regulation. Why under regulation? Because sex life is that basically brings us more and more deeper into the consciousness that I'm this material body. So remember that we are in a society that is progressive spiritually. So for gay person, marriage, well, what is the purpose of marriage if you're not going to have, bring a child? So maybe not saying marriage, but then how about friendships, partnerships? So that is very much part of a healthy culture. We see the friendship that Arjuna and Krishna had. It was such an intimate, deep friendship. Saying the friendship, and we experience that type of friendship and partnership. And also, if you want to help children that are orphans, then why not adopting a children, regardless, But the part that is not getting there. Yes, time is flying. What time it is? 6:40. You get absorbed into this whole thing. Okay, I do it quick. I still have the war on terrorism. Okay, so if the whole thing is about sex life, well, that's the problem that we all have, that we have to control, heterosexual, homosexual. So that's not the part that is encouraged. We have there's equality in there. Okay, quickly. War and terrorism. So such a big thing. Well, the great kings, they were not Prabhupada say armchair commander-in-chiefs. That they're, in their safe bunker, underneath everything, while everybody else is being killed over there. No, they will immediately take arms and protect society. So here's Maharaj Parikshit. While Maharaj Parikshit was residing in the capital of the Kuru Empire, the symptoms of the age of Kali began to infiltrate within the jurisdiction of his state. When he learned about this, he did not think the matter very palatable. This did, however, gave him a chance to fight. He took up his bow and arrows and prepared himself for military activities. Immediately, when he sensed there's something that is being here that is dangerous for my people, I'm going to war. I'm ready. Maharaj Pariksit sat in his chariot drawn by black horses. His flag was marked with a sign of a lion, being so decorated and surrounded by charioteers, cavalry, elephants, and infantry soldiers. He left the capital to conquer in all directions. And then we know that Maharaj Pariksit, he said this, he declared this: the king's good name, duration of life, and good rebirth vanish when all kinds of living beings are terrified by miscreants in his kingdom. It is certainly the prime duty of the king to subdue first the suffering of those who suffer. Therefore, I must kill this wretched man because he is violent against other living beings. So, the saintly kings were powerful warriors that their main duty was to protect the people of his citizens, his subjects. And they show by their chivalry that they were quite capable of doing that. Well, I'm going to finish here. Taxes. The saintly kings, they will tax, but they will tax in a way that it was not overtaxing, that it was just required for doing welfare activities for the whole society. And one last thing, if the king will tax the people, and this is something that is a sort of sobering for the leaders, they immediately obliged to take 6% of the sinful activities of the people, of the citizens. So, therefore, it is important for the king to make sure that the citizens were religious, because otherwise they were condemned to, very bad situations. Sadly, there's more to go, maybe another day. We have what Prabhupada gave us, which is the opportunity to establish these principles as in a grassroots movement, which is this ISKCON movement. So we are meant to form examples of societies, examples of communities that are governed by these principles, to show the world, how a social structure can be manifested. I stop here. I won't ask for questions because I overdo my time. But I thank you so much for your attention. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Please don't go. We have just some short announcements. So if you can patiently just wait for another 5 minutes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I'll be quick with the announcements since all of you must be waiting for Prasadam now. So on Tuesday we celebrated Gaur Purnima, and it was a really grand festival in which almost all of you contributed in some way or the other. Just for everybody's information, we had over 15 teams which worked on that day to make it a successful festival. So today's Sunday Fest is dedicated to all the volunteers who participated and contributed for the festival. So let's welcome them with a Hari Bol. And the sponsors for Gaur Purnima, you may kindly collect your gifts from Premnasa Mataji in the office before you go up for Prasadam. We have your gifts lying with us, and if you don't pick them up today, the chances are that they will be, going here and there. There's some prasadam also which will go bad. So I request those who haven't picked up their return gifts to collect them this evening. Also, several of you have sponsored Chaitanya Charitamrita sets or 50 books sets, which you may kindly collect from the book table in the lobby. That also you can do it before you go up for prasadam or even when you come down. You can please remember to collect them in the lobby. Then Sunday school syllabus books. The children who are attending the Sunday school here in the temple, there are syllabus books available in the gift store. There are 2 or 3 books which are available, and we are selling them at the cost price. So if your children are attending Sunday school, you may like to buy a book for them, which you may kindly pick up from the gift store. Also, we have set up a table in the lobby for lost and found. You lose and we find. So that table is there. Kindly see if you once forgot your chanting bead somewhere else or your cell phone or a gold ring or something. It may be there with them. So since I said gold ring, there may be many people in the queue for that. So, but you have to identify it. So thank you so much. And for the newcomers who are here for the very first time, we have a small gift for you. Kindly pick it up from Yeshodanandan Prabhu as you go up for your dinner. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Oh no, it's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Huh? It's my Easter basket. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Next. Are you next? নিতাই গৌর প্রেমানন্দে হরি হরি বল। নিতাই গৌর প্রেমানন্দে হরি হরি বল। নিতাই গৌর প্রেমানন্দে হরি হরি বল। নমো বিষ্ণুপদায় কৃষ্ণপ্রেষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী ইতি নামিনে। নমস্তে সরস্বতী দেবে গৌরবাণী প্রচারিণে নির্বিশেষ শূন্যবাদী পাশ্চাত্য দেশতারিণে। জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শ্রীবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ জয় নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ জয় নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ জয় গৌর হরি নিতাই গৌরাঙ্গ জয় গৌর হরি গৌর 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 হরি গৌর 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 হরি জয় সতী নন্দন 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 গৌর হরি জয় সতী নন্দন গৌর হরি হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী কিশোর কিশোরী জয় কিশোর কিশোরী জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রা জয় জগন্নাথ জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রা জয় গৌরনিতাই 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 জয় গৌরনিতাই জয় গৌরনিতাই 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 জয় গৌরনিতাই জয় सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान জয় লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ জয় ভক্ত প্রহ্লাদ লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ জয় প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল নিতাই গৌর হরি বল নিতাই গৌর প্রেমানন্দে হরি হরি বল
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Oh, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Oh Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Keep on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.